They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Trying to catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more. His brain's gone, nigga. It be exciting when I get the strike. And guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fighting. We really hit it, nigga. We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hit us, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Leave them holding like the Bible. AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals. Break that shit down, nigga. AK or anybody kill. Hop out, get the drilling and spilling. 7.62 gon' split em. FN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eat these bullets for dinner. 5.0, eat em up. SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple ops, Draco. I got them all, you don't want no. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get this pussy, leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Y'all know what the fuck going on around here, nigga. Y'all nigga keep talking about you want smoke. You can't catch me on social media, my nigga.
What up, what up, what up? Peace and blessings to the family. Salute, salute. And shout out to everybody who won a little bit of change last night. Shout out to my man, Animalistic Savant, who won $1,000 he sent me. He showed me that he won $1,000 off the picks I gave him last night. Salute, salute. And my man CA, he said he won a little bit of paper off of the picks last night. I told y'all, man, I'm just not boxing, bro. I told you, I am a gambler. And I told y'all I be paying attention to this shit, dog. Like I told you, if you need picks, holler at your boy. I sat there and gave y'all 8 winners yesterday. If you pay attention. You know, I gave y'all 8 winners yesterday. I told y'all who was going to win. You feel me? So, you know, like I told y'all yesterday, I told y'all what was going to happen. It happened. So for all my people that sat there and followed along with it, I'm glad you got what you had to get. Because, you know, I'm going to always be there for you. If I tell you I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. Before the day over with, I end up putting another one up there. I give y'all another little shot tonight, you know. I'm trying to see why this ain't pulling up. Hold on. It ain't pulling up. Or maybe it is. I don't know. But salute. Let me do my shout outs real quick. Maybe I gotta post this on X so y'all can see it, because this shit act like it ain't pulling up on my thing. I guess they don't want to see a nigga be a winner. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's why I tell you, like, if y'all holler at me, I can give you what you want to see. Like, You know, like I said, all that time that I did, you know, that's all I used to do was study sports. So yeah, I just posted it on X. I'm gonna pull it up for y'all. First off, let me do my shout outs first. Let me holler at the family first. Holler at the family first. All right. So shout out to my brother Terrell Davis in the building. Salute King. My nigga Brian the King Falcon, big AMCFSG in the building. Salute. Courtney Thompson in the building. Salute. Shalom to my brother Rod Walker in the building. Andy Gill, what it do, my man? All things big AMCFSG, rocking it. Our Boogie in the building with the boogie down. Big block, salute King. Peace and blessings at 454. The beautiful queen, Miss Joette, is in the building, gracing us with her presence. Mr. M Pride, you know what I'm saying? That shit just made me think about something, though. Y'all remember Drake? He was like, weekend music play in the clubs with niggas that got a little bit more pride. Yes, sir. But you know, that's my man, Mr. Pride. Even though, you know, he got a few people that I don't know about. But yeah, this right here. Let me show this with y'all real quick. And this is what I was telling y'all. Like, Creole, salute King. And for those that hit last night, y'all can thank my man Creole, because Creole was the one that told me to put it up there. You feel me? So I hit 2 tickets last night. I hit a motherfucking 8-pick and I hit a 6-pick. So yeah. This right here is where to go. Can y'all see what I'm showing? Hold on. Did it pop up? Yeah. Now I told y'all last night. I told y'all Minnesota. I told y'all Creighton. I told y'all BYU. George Mason. Ohio State. Marquette. Butler. VCU. Alabama. Tennessee. And Bradley. Those are both my tickets. And you see right here, this ticket right here was plus 7,000. I mean, I ain't saying I won 7,000, but this ticket right here was plus 7,200. And the other ticket was plus 5,500. My nigga Teach, salute. So, you know, like I said, if y'all holler at me, you know, before the show over with today, I give y'all like a 3 or 4 pick. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, this is what I do. Especially college football, college basketball. Now, NBA, it's a little bit more different. I missed the 6-pick last night, but only missed by 1 point. And the only thing that killed me was Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson didn't go over for me. I had Jalen Brunson for 20 points. Nigga only got 17. Like, come on, Brunson. You playing against the motherfucking Brooklyn Nets. You supposed to get them points. Press a 1 if y'all can hear me. Make sure y'all can hear me. Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Press 1 in the building if y'all can hear the God. You know, if y'all can hear Apex the God. But yeah, let me see. Creole, salute, King. Peace and blessings. That was because you asked for it yesterday, Creole. I hope you put it in since you asked me. I mean, you asked me to give y'all the picks. I hope you put it in, Creole. And you know, we family. That's why I get James Dunnigan in the building. That's why I gave it to y'all for free. I be charging the other motherfuckers, but you know, AMC family, I get it to y'all for free. But last night, I had Philadelphia 76ers and Denver Nuggets. I had them going over. I had Denver minus 20. I boosted the line up. I had Brooklyn Nets versus the Knicks because they was getting 20. I mean, they was getting 12. I also had Karl Anthony Towns for 18 points. I had Jalen Brunson for 20 points. That's what killed me. But I took Portland Trail Blazers money line. that shit was a plus 350 because Miami Heat was giving them 10 points. I had Jimmy Butler plus 12 points. That was good. And another thing, it dropped my picket down because it was a 9 pick, but I had Tyler Hero for 20 points, but he didn't play. And I had the Lakers, and I had Anthony Davis for 20 points. So I had a 9 pick for the NBA, but it died because Jalen Brunson couldn't give me 20 points. The nigga stopped at 17. I was pissed the fuck off. But as soon as I hit that shit, you know what happened. My damn wife snatched it on up. You know, she lets me enjoy what I like to do, which is gamble. But, you know, the proceeds go to her. Exactly, TD. Brunson killed me. I won't pick his ass no more. Because, hell, if Jalen Brunson would have got the 20 points, I would have hit that ticket for $1,500. But, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So before I end the show today, I'll give y'all a couple picks if y'all want it. You know what I'm saying? Like I always said, whenever you want picks, just hit me up on IG. Y'all got my IG. You want Apex the guy to give you a little bit of a little insight. Just hit me up because you know that's what I like to do. I like to gamble. You feel what I'm saying? Like I like gambling. And I like sports betting because one thing about it, it's about math. Like, I like math. And I sit there the same way that they sit there and find the algorithm and stuff of how they get the points. I do that as well. I cross-reference, I cross-check. You know what I'm saying? I do all that right there just like they do. And, you know, that's why, honestly, I win 70% of my bets. You know what I'm saying? I win 70% of my bets. Oh, Creole, it ain't no problem, bro. I do it for y'all, man. We family. This is the AMC family. But, like I was telling y'all the other day, though, Creole, I said anytime y'all want hit picks, just ask me. Just like I told y'all Ohio State in the over. I told y'all that Ohio State was going to beat the shit out of motherfucking Notre Dame, and it was going to go over. It did. Big Supreme in the building. Salute, King. Peace and blessings. Yeah, Big Supreme. But Jalen Brunson for 20 points against Brooklyn Nets. I thought that was a sure pick. Like shit. Brooklyn Nets. You know, hell, the Clippers beat them niggas 126 to 60 something. Everybody got it. It was like Oprah giving away chicken sandwiches. You get a chicken sandwich. You get a chicken sandwich. TD, I put my picks in on DraftKings, Bet365, Proline, and I also use MGM Grand. I use Caesar Sportsbook. I always put them in all the time. And thank you, Miss Joette, for reminding the people. You feel me? Yeah, I put them in on all that shit, TD. Yeah. But let's get into this shit today, though. You know? But before I end today, I'll make sure I give y'all the picks. I give y'all at least a 4 pick today before the thing's over with. But like honestly, I was sitting here looking at the picks earlier today. Like Kansas should bust TCU ass. It done went up from 6-5 to 7. I like Florida, St. John's, Indiana getting points. I might take Indiana though against Northwestern. I don't know. I gotta see. I gotta see how that thing look. But like I said, at the end of the show, oh Tay D, all you gotta do is GM salute King, peace and blessings. Yeah. Oh, Tay D, whenever if you just want pics, all you gotta do just hit me up on my IG or something, my brother. Like most of y'all got my Instagram, just hit me on Instagram and just ask me what I like before the day. You feel me? And you know, I'll put it in there. You know, like I was doing it before, but a lot of people didn't want me like promoting that shit, so I let that shit go. You feel me? But whenever anybody asks TD, I go ahead and give it to them. You feel me? That's what I usually do. So you know, that's how I get that in there. But yeah, we'll get back to the betting later on. And I'm gonna tell y'all another thing. Watch for USC for the upset against Nebraska. USC for the upset against Nebraska. I was GM. Hell yeah, I got Zepeda beating Shakur. It's just too much pressure coming at Shakur right there. It's just too much pressure. Yep. And you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it don't matter the amount, but you know, at least so my time will be worth it. Can I get 5 people to support either the Cash App or the PayPal? You know what I'm saying? Cash App or the PayPal, support the grind, you know, every day coming through here. People don't even realize how hard it is to put on a show for 2 hours. They really don't. Like, it really is something to get a show going for 2 hours. And then my damn wife, she get mad because she say, you get on that show religiously, but you ain't got time for shit else. My YouTube family be getting me in arguments. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this shit kicked off first. Now, a motherfucker say what the hell they got to say, but let me stop this. Terrence Crawford versus Canelo, right? I'm starting to hear people starting to make excuses for Crawford already. And that right there is not what I'm trying to hear. I'm not trying to hear no excuses being made for Crawford already. That's not going to happen. Because what's going on is Crawford asked for this fight. No, he begged for this fight. He begged for this fight right here. Oh, my IG. Hold on, let me put it in the thing real quick, Teddy. Hold up. I think it's Apex the God. Hold on. My IG. Let me see. Instagram. Apex the God. Hold on. Here you go right here. And y'all make sure y'all join the Discord. That's the AMC FSG Discord right there that GM has created. Y'all make sure y'all join that. Cause actually we'll start next week because I can't do it this week. Start next week. I start posting up peace and blessings to my man Oakland LD. Matter of fact, shout out to the beautiful Marshawn West in the building. Matter of fact, GM got the Discord set up. Start next week, I start putting my bets up in the Discord. That way y'all won't have to ask for it. So starting next week, I start posting up the bets in the Discord. So that way, if you AMC FSG, you can go through the Discord and you can get the bets right there. That way you don't even have to ask. It'll be right there. So the AMC FSG Discord, it'll be right there. So yeah, that right there, that'll alleviate a lot of that right there. That way you ain't even gotta ask a nigga for it. You feel me? It'll be right there. So yeah. And shout out to my brother, as always, Mr. Altruistic. Shout out to my brother, Mr. Altruistic, in the Cash App. My brother always come through every time. In the Cash App with the $10 holler. Appreciate you, King. I just need 4 more people to support the grind. You feel me? But appreciate my brother always coming through. Always. Matter of fact, Everybody take a second right now. Everybody, damn, GM said everybody except for frequent and teach. Damn. But everybody take a second right now and join that Discord real quick. That way we can already have it right there. And that way right there. And then, Lee Jackson salute. That way you can also get some advice from Big Supreme too, because my brother Big Supreme, he the leader of the hardcore haters. Hardcore hating Big Supreme. Hardcore hating Big Supreme. He be having them good bets too. So, we can have our own little group right there. You feel what I'm saying? We have our own little group. And you know how a lot of people be doing how they be doing the damn Discord and shit. I mean, how people be having little betting groups and shit like that. That way, we have our own little group. AJ64 salute. It could be more than just hanging out right there. Have an active server. That way, like the other day when the Rainer sat there and said they kicking us out and we ain't got nothing else to nowhere to go. Then we got the Discord right there. Mr. Demare, salute, King, peace and blessings right there. So that way we have a spot to kick it in case, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? Hold up. Hold on 1 second. I'm sitting here putting this thing in there. All right. All right, hold on. All right. So I'm getting up in there right now as well. Big Fresh Baker, salute, King. Peace and blessings. All right. Yeah, so this is why I didn't get on it the other day, because it got this damn verification shit. And that shit be crazy as hell, like putting the line and shit. Yeah, so, all right. So, one thing about it, my man GM, he did a good job trying to daggone put this together for us. And that's why I said I'm taking a second for everybody to get a chance to go in there and at least sign up for it so we all in there. That way, shout out to the resistance. All right, hold on 1 second. I'm almost done. I had to set this up real quick. There we go. All right. So, GM, you got me logged in on there? So now, everybody should have a chance to be logged in to the all right. So now there we go. Okay. Sorry about that, y'all. I'm just trying to make sure I get the Discord shit together. All right. Patrick Bell, salute. Hey, GM, we just gonna have to hit it in a second because I think I just did something. Like, I had to change my damn password because I lost my damn password. And it's sitting there. It keeps giving me this verify if you human crap. And this verify if you human crap keep popping up every time I try to make that line segment. Like, this crap crazy. So GM, after we get off the state of the day, Cash Crypto, salute. Patrick Bell, salute. After we get off the show, GM, I'm gonna get with you after we get off the show. I'm gonna go ahead and get the show going. But after the show, I'm gonna get with you and we can get that shit together right after the show. Because, we're messing up time. A lot of people ain't trying to wait. But y'all make sure y'all sign up for it. That's where the daggone picks will be at right there with GM. I'll make sure I post them every day in there, like who I like, what it is. Then you also got Big Supreme. Big Supreme will be to the Discord, Opulent, to the Discord. And then we have Big Supreme in there. He'll be putting his little picks in there. And don't sleep on Big Supreme. He be having some sleepers. But first off, we got a fight this weekend. We got Diego Pacheco versus Stone Cold Nelson. Now, people don't realize, but this is actually a good fight coming up. Steven Stone Cold Nelson will be a great fight versus Pacheco. Pacheco, he didn't look as good in his last fight, but Pacheco is a bad boy. Pacheco, he comes out of that same gym. I think it's Beterbiev gym. But Pacheco, he didn't look as good in his last fight, but he's actually a pretty good fighter who Edward Belanga ducked him. Yep, Edward Belanga ducked that man. He said, hell no, I'm not trying to fight that man. And yep, Steven Stone Cold Nelson, yeah, he's on snack. He's Bud's gym mate. Now, I ain't saying nothing about that, but I'm just saying, he's Bud's damn gym mate. So y'all know how that be. Y'all know exactly how that means. So we got Pacheco versus Steven Stone Cold Nelson. Now, Steven Nelson, he's undefeated. Pacheco's undefeated, right? I want to give the edge to Steven Nelson because he has power, but Pacheco's young. He got boxing ability. Actually, this fight is actually a great fight that we sleeping on for real. And it's the perfect prelude to the David Benavidez and David Morrell fight. Because we're getting this fight right here the week before Benavidez and Morrell. And I could tell you like this is actually a great fucking fight. Undefeated Steven So Cold Nelson going against Diego Pacheco. Both are undefeated fighters. Both of them are knockout artists. Both of them got power. Both of them like to push the issue. Even though So Cold is more of a counter puncher, You got Diego Pacheco that's going to come with the unlimited pressure. But Diego Pacheco, I think he has about 5-6 inches over this guy, and he has about 7 inches in reach. So it's going to be like a young Tyson. All right, Brian the King, salute. It's going to be like a Mike Tyson versus a Lennox Lewis. Like, it's going to be like So Cold is going to have to navigate through them landmines that this man throws out. And it makes for an interesting fight. And it's a good prelude for Morrell versus Morrell. Because if you're a boxing fan, you know, good matches are good matches. I don't care what you say. But this right here will satiate. This right here will give me my taste for blood before David versus David. Y'all, if you know what I mean. If you know, you know. Like, I like to see a fight every week. Every weekend. Matter of fact, I can watch boxing every day. And this right here, this give me the blood I need before next week. Like, it's a good in-between fight. So, see, we got this one right here. Then we got Morrell versus Beterbiev. Then 2 weeks later, we got that Ryder card. And that Ryder card, I actually sat there and looked at the card. Bro, that is a good fucking card. Like, that is a good fucking card. And when I'm looking at this card, I'm like, okay, Turkey about to lose money again. Turkey all that shit is going to lose money again. And the reason I say this is because you got to look at who's on the card, bro. Like, this damn card is stacked a little bit too much for the budget. Like, first off, you got Beterbiev and Beterbiev, right? I mean, you got Beterbiev and Buvil. They're good fighters, but they're not sellers. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Beterbiev and Buvil is not gonna break no pay-per-view records. It's not gonna happen. Especially not if they're fighting on the United States. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it would make sense for them to fight United States, but the card that Turkey puts out, shout out to my brother Just Do, boxing in the building, but the card that Turkey puts out, he's going to want to do it over in Saudi. But it's crazy because, matter of fact, let me tell you what's on the card so you know what the hell's going on, right? So you got Joshua Buatsi versus Callum Smith. That's a good fight right there. Buatsi versus Callum Smith. That's a main event fight right there. Then you got Zane Zali versus Ejit Caballero. Now, Ejit Caballero is the underdog, which is crazy because he's going to stop Zane Zali. He's going to stop Big Bang Zane. And people are going to make some money off that because that's going to be a stoppage, right? Then you got the fight I want to see. You got Virgil Ortiz versus Israel Madrimov. Now, just those first 3 fights, those are 3 incredible fights. You got Virgil Ortiz versus Madrimov. You got Big Bang Zane versus Ejit Caballero. You got Joshua Buatsi versus Callum Smith. Those are 3 impressive fights right there. Then you got Carlos Adames versus Hamza Sherez. Another great fight. Like, that's another great fight. Like, these people put on 7, they got 7 main events on this one card. Because after Adames versus Hamza Sherez, you got Shakur Stevenson versus Floyd Schofield. Like, did I believe that Shakur and Floyd should be this high up on the card? Never. Like, I would have made Floyd and Shakur probably the second fight on this card. Because the Floyd and Shakur fight isn't better than Jit Caballero and Zane. It's not better than Ortiz versus Madrimov. It's not better than Sherez versus Adamas, honestly. But it's Shakur Stevenson versus Floyd Schofield Kid Austin, right? And then finally, before Beterbiev and Buvil, you got Joseph Parker versus Daniel Dubois. Like, this card right here is electrifying. Like, this is an electrifying card right here. And so not only is this card fire, then you finishing it off with the undisputed between Buvil and Beterbiev. Now, like I said, this fight is a hardcore boxer's dream, right? This card is a boxer's dream, like a fight fan's dream. The only problem is, who's gonna pay for this shit? Like, this pay-per-view, it probably won't do more than 20 pay-per-view. I mean, 20. It probably won't do more than 200,000 pay-per-views, right? That's the max. And shout out to my brother, Just Do. Just giving his just due in the building. Salute to my man, Just Do, coming through in the Cash App with the $3 holler. I appreciate you, King. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much for supporting the grind. You know, I come through white, you know. And if y'all not subscribe to Just Do, y'all make sure y'all do subscribe to him. Make sure y'all subscribe to Ashley Corner, 2 Cent, KO Boxing. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to all the great content creators that's out there. Dondrick, salute, King. Peace and blessings. Oh, yeah, I'm going to pay for it, but what I'm saying is not that many people will pay for it. Like, y'all remember the first time they had the same card. They fucked it up. But, you know, it didn't really do it. You know, like Buvil and Beterbiev, they're good fighters, right? But they're not mainstream, if you get what I'm saying. Like, they're not mainstream attractive. Like, they're not the type of fighters that you can sit there and build a pay-per-view around. Unless you're going to... Oh, yeah, and also, Oakland LD TV is in the building. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to that man. He's a great reporter. He asks the tough questions. Oakland LD asks the type of questions that make these motherfucking ducks uncomfortable. I call it getting the ducks in a row. That's what he do. But one thing about it, Ryder season doesn't know how to promote. Like, if Al Heyman put this card on people, this shit would do every bit of 500,000 pay-per-view buys. Because it has that caliber on the card. Like, matter of fact, I can't say that. The people on the card are not stars in the selling right, but they're stars in the boxing right, because this actually is the best fighting the best. You actually got the best fighters fighting the best. But it don't have the appeal. Turkey a la shit. He doesn't know how to promote his he don't know how to promote. Like, bro, you putting on this card right here. This card right here could possibly be, if not the second best, one of the best cards this year. Behind, matter of fact, this card would rival the Tank and Lamont Roach card. It would rival the Benavidez card, but we got Benavidez and Morrell, who we really wanted to see, who are both up and coming stars. And then you got Tank versus Roach, and you know Tank is still that guy until he's not. So the PBC, they have the home run hitters at the top. But if you look at the cards from top to bottom, this card right here is amazing, but they have 7 fights on here. They have 7 main event fights on here. Like, I appreciate what you're doing, Turkey, and I'm not going to tell you to stop. But from a financial standpoint and from running a business, nigga, you're digging a hole. That's why you can't tell me that they're not laundering this money. Because it's like he doesn't have no type of business acumen. Like, this nigga doesn't know, he has no type of business acumen. Like, the shit that he does is going against making profit. It's like they're not trying to make profit. It's like they're not trying to cause no waves. And the fact that they're not trying to cause waves is making it a ripple effect because people are wondering, nigga, you put on a concert each time you have a show. You're paying you're paying, but it's not his money to blow, TD. Just like Eddie Hearns. People thought Eddie Hearns had it to blow until they got a $1 billion bailout, and now Eddie Hearns is being stingy with the money. Exactly, B-Dog. Like, this is a hardcore boxer's dream card right here. Like, I love this fucking card. Motherfuckers can say what they want, but I love this fucking card. Like, this card right here, like, I would have a fight party to watch this card at my house because it's that many good fights. Coach Diaz, salute, King. That's what I said, Coach Diaz. That's exactly what I said. Because ain't no other way you putting this many stars on a fucking card unless you're cleaning money. And to clean money, you have to lose in the public eye to gain in secrecy. And that's exactly what's going on here. I'm not stupid. But I'm not going to keep harping upon that because since that's what they're doing, it's not my business. So, honestly, that's the last time I'm about to say something about them cleaning money because, you know, they're doing what they're doing. JTM, salute. I just want y'all to understand what's going on. But I don't want no Fed cases or nothing going to them people because, you know, what they're doing is great for boxing, at least for us boxing fans. But I just had to explain to my AMC family, it's a reason why they keep doing this shit. Like, this is not the natural way of things. Like, people don't just sit there and lose money all willy-nilly unless it's something to gain from them. So that's my last time saying something about the money getting washed. If you've been here, you know. But I'm not going to speak on that no more because actually that's not my business. We're over here to talk about sports. But I was just letting y'all know because I know it's a few of y'all in here that are green that don't realize how the world works. So I was explaining to y'all how and why he keeps putting on these great fights and he keeps losing money because he's not. He's actually gaining a fortune and he's gaining it in clean money. He's taking dirty money and turning it to clean revenue. This is why the mafia was so big on boxing, especially in the prohibition days. Because boxing, casinos, alcohol, shit like that is how you clean your revenue. Banks family in the building, salute. And you know, I'm a former reformed criminal, and I'm not trying to put heat on nobody else, but I'm just letting y'all know that's the only reason he's able to do that. And like I said, this card is great from top to bottom. Exactly, Coach Diaz. But this card is great from top to bottom. Whew, my birthday is in the month of February. So is my wife and my other child. February is a great month for boxing, people. It is. And kicking it off, it ain't February, but like I said, this weekend we got Pachenko versus Nelson. That's a good prelude to Morrell versus Benavidez. Then after Morrell and Benavidez, then you got this card right here with Joshua Biazzi. Like I said, you got this card right here. I'm going to go over the card one more time, and then we're about to move on. Because Dr. Kishi's in meetings today, so I don't know if she's going to make it. But we AMC FSG. You know what I'm saying? But all right, so like I said, we got Buatsi versus Callum Smith. We got Big Bang Zane versus Ejit Caballero. Virgil Ortiz Jr. versus Israel Madrimov. Hamza Sherez versus Carlos Adamas. Shakur Stevenson and Kid Austin. And we got Joseph Parker versus Daniel Dubois. And the cherry on the top is Beterbiev and Buvil. And this can either be the end of the... That's another thing. I don't understand how the winner of the Morrell fight and Benavidez gets the next shot at Undisputed, because if Bivol wins, then that means the thing is tied 1-1. And that means that somebody has to break the tie. Somebody's going to have to break the tie. Well, you know what's crazy about that, TD? These motherfuckers be capping, because I heard one of the trainers, I think it was Robert Garcia, he says that Teofimo beats Boots. And I'm like, okay, Robert Garcia, you also thought that Mikey Garcia was going to beat Earl. And your brother almost died in that ring. Big Supreme, you know what's crazy? I think Callum Smith might beat Buatsi as well. Callum Smith is actually a good fighter. Ever since that Canelo loss, Callum Smith has been ripping a hole in people. Pause. He's been ripping a hole in people, like busting their ass up. Pause. I mean, he's been destroying shit. Like I said, I got Callum Smith. I like Callum Smith. And I like Ejit Caballero to stop Zane Zali. I got Ejit stopping Zane. I got Virgil Ortiz. Hey, TD, I was being funny about it, bro. I was being funny when I said Robert thought his brother would beat. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? I was just, But then you got Madrimov. I got Virgil Ortiz over Madrimov, right? I got Virgil Ortiz over Madrimov. Carlos Adamas versus Hamza Sherez. I got Sherez by a brutal KO. I got Sherez for a KO because he got the reach, speed, and power. I got Sherez. Floyd Schofield versus Shakur Stevenson. Right? Honestly, Floyd Schofield is a prospect still. Like, just last year, me and Key was sitting here talking about how he smothers his shots and how he's not in the best of shapes. Now, one thing about it, Shakur's going to be in shape. And you're going to have to be in shape if you're going to have to keep up with that boy. Because Shakur, he has lateral movement. Shout out to the Queen, Ashley, in the building. Hope all is well with you today, Queen. So, Shakur should win that easily, but Shakur's doing that same shit again. Like, instead of Shakur going out and fighting, he's putting undue pressure on himself. Shout out to the Queen, 2 Cent Boxing in here. And y'all make sure you subscribe to both of those queens. Make sure you subscribe to Ashley's Corner. And also, make sure you subscribe to 2 Cent Boxing. So make sure you subscribe to both of those queens right there. They both know they shit in boxing. They both keep it real. They got the stamp of approval. But yeah, then you got Dubois versus Parker. I think Dubois steps on Joseph Parker. Ever since Dubois got robbed versus Usyk, when he hit him with the body shot, Dubois has campaigned. He has something on his motherfucking mind. He wants to get his ass back in there with Usyk. He wants to get his rematch, and he wants to get the undisputed title because the man felt like he was robbed. I felt like he was robbed. The world felt like he was robbed with the body shot. And that's one thing I said, that Alexander Usyk cannot take body punches. But with that being said, no fighter likes body shots. Body shots is vicious. I mean, teach. To each his own. To each his own, teach. Make sure you put a lot of money on it. Because Parker's getting stopped. Joseph Parker is getting stopped. And I'm going to tell you that now. But what I was saying, Shakur is putting undue stress on himself again. He's putting undue stress on himself again. Because all he has to do is just go out there and fight. But no. Shakur done did an interview talking about his hands are right for this fight. How his hands are so great right now. Shakur talking about a stoppage, y'all. And I said, there you go, putting your foot in your mouth again. Like, people just been happy with you getting the win. And your fan base would have went through and said, yeah, Shakur this, but now you putting undue stress on yourself like you did with the Artem Haratulin fight. Like, wasn't nobody looking for you to stop Haratulin? No. And I ain't gonna lie, because, I keep it 100. But you going against Kid Austin and you talking about stopping this man. Now, you do not hit harder than Renee or none of that shit right there. But you think, shout out to the beautiful Queen Barbara D. So you think that you're about to stop Kid Austin. Come on, man. Come on, Shakur. Now I'm starting to think you taking that ayahuasca now. Because the last person you stopped was chicken fried rice. You're not strong enough to go against this dude right here. You better fight. Shakur, if you don't fight your fight and you try to get in the shootout with this young boy, you're going down. Yes, B-Dog. Shakur said his hands are right for this fight. He said it's the best his hands done felt in a while, and he's going for the stoppage. Now, Shakur, your best bet is to stick and move and keep your distance and box. Because if you get in the shootout with this little young strong boy, Shakur, you're gonna get clipped. And Shakur, this boy clips you, you're going down. You already know you can't take a punch. Valdez hurt you with the damn body, and you talking about you almost was going to throw up. Now, this boy right here, yep, Shakur should have just kept it the way he said it. If Shakur would have just went out there and see, that's where a lot of the hate comes from. Like, Shakur is a good fighter, but shut up and let your hands do the talking. Because when you start saying shit about you about to stop this person and stop that person, at first we believed you, my nigga. But you ain't stopped shit since Takeout. Ever since Takeout came to you, when you got motherfucking chicken fried rice with egg rolls and a damn and some dim sum sauce, you got that stoppage. That's your only stoppage at 135, my nigga. You didn't step on the gas to stop hard twoing. So with Floyd throwing harder shots than Shakur, right? With Floyd throwing harder shots than harder twoing, right? How is Shakur supposed to navigate through that shit and score a knockout? Like, I just don't understand it. I don't know if people are thinking in fantasy, but this is the real world. This is boxing. Shakur, yeah, he said he's gonna sleep Kid Austin. And see, this is the problem. Now, when Shakur gets in there and he doesn't put Kid Austin to sleep, even if he wins 12 rounds, people are still gonna criticize. They're gonna say he a born fighter and all this. Like, why you didn't stop him, Shakur? You said you were gonna stop him, Shakur. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, why put undue stress on yourself when you can just Windy City salute? When you can just go out there, do your thug thizzle, and be done. But now you sitting here trying to be like Tank, talking about you about to stop this person. Like, Shakur, you haven't stopped nobody decent. Now, you should have stopped Hard Touring. Hard Touring was in bed with the damn sheets tucked around his chin. All he wanted you to do was read him a bedtime story. That's all. And the bedtime story wouldn't have been with the white sauce, Ashley. And the bedtime story wouldn't have been long. All you had to do was read one chapter. And you didn't. You didn't read it. You didn't read the bedtime story. So Hard Touring, he was up all night. That's what I'm saying. Like Devin versus Cambosos. Devin had that nigga tucked in. He done cut the fireplace down. You know what I'm saying? All Devin had to do is read a little couple lines out the damn novel. Put that bedtime story together. So you know, this is what I'm saying. Instead of putting undue stress on yourself as a fighter, just go out there and fight your fight. Because if Shakur goes out there looking for a knockout, mark what I say, he goes out there looking for a fucking knockout, he's going to end up asleep. He's going to end up asleep. Exactly, Coach Diaz. Sometimes it's better as a fighter just say nothing and show me. It's what you're about, if you're about that in the ring. Yeah, I'm from the show me state of Missouri. You got to show me, my nigga. Don't tell me you put something to sleep and everybody that you said was going to sleep ain't went to sleep. And to be honest, Shakur doesn't have no knockouts on his resume. Now, he has TKOs, yes. But Shakur has not sparked anybody. He hasn't sparked and then disconnect like your spark plugs need recharge. He hasn't done that to nobody. And Kid Austin, he took a rabbit punch from Renee Tillis Ghost. Like, Shakur, you don't hit harder than Renee Tillis. You don't. So, you know, exactly Windy City, he's capping. I mean, Cash Crypto, yeah, he's capping to get the fans to watch. And then when we watch and then he doesn't get the knockout, then when people be on his ass, when people are on his ass talking about, damn, Shakur ain't do this, do that. Like, nigga, that's what happened with the Hard Touring fight. You sat there and said you was going to step to that man You said you wasn't blocking, you just gonna come through, and you said you was gonna steamroll the nigga. That's what you said. You said you was gonna steamroll him, and if you don't steamroll him, then we have a problem. And the fucked up shit about it is we didn't have a problem until you did it. So basically, you're putting unrealistic expectations on yourself. And if that's the case, then I don't expect you to be, you know what I'm saying? If that's the case, you're not going to be champion for too much longer. You're not. Because, how should I put it? Like, Tank Davis hits a whole lot harder. A whole lot harder, right? So Tank, I'm trying to see how I can put this. Let's see, how can I put this? Hold on one second, y'all. Like, okay. So, you got somebody, and this is say, motherfucker talk about this the best on the block. Then you try it, it's good, but it's not the best on the block. Like, you put an undue label on some shit that didn't even need it, when you could have just came by and be like, here, man, this shit good right here, try it. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy. So, Shakur will not get the stoppage, and it's going to be some controversy. Because Shakur is telling everybody he's going for the stoppage. So, I guess Shakur feels like no publicity. I guess he feel like bad publicity is better than no publicity. So see, Shakur can't get attention no other way. So he has to lie. Exactly, B-Dog. He keep making promises that he doesn't never fulfill. He doesn't fulfill it. Mr. Empire, it sounds great, bro. That shit sounds great. But one thing you need to consider, Mr. Pride, one thing you need to consider, right? Shakur's about to be fighting off the back foot this whole night, Mr. Pride. He's going to be on the back foot all night. And yes, Miss 2 Cent, Devin Haney is on Ryan's undercard. My, how the mighty have fallen. And that right there is the biggest fuck you in boxing right there. Peep game now. And look, I need 3 people to support in the PayPal or the Cash App. Can I get 3 people to support the grind for the day as I get into this? This right here is the biggest fuck you in boxing. You said that Ryan Garcia was a C, D level fighter. And you say that you are the face of boxing. Now you're fighting on Ryan Garcia's undercard. You're fighting on Ryan Garcia's undercard, and you're not even a co-main. You're not co-main, Devin. You're on Ryan's undercard, and you're not a co-main event fighter. Like, dude, do y'all understand the ramifications of this right here? Like, Ryan Garcia is your boss. Like, yeah, you had to make him do the VADA test, and yes. So that was a win from Victor Conze. But guess what? Ryan Garcia knew all this before y'all. Yes. Ryan already knew how y'all was coming, and he knew all this shit. So Ryan Garcia is actually carrying Devin again. because now Devin Haney has to fight on Ryan Garcia's undercard. Do y'all understand how? Do you understand what this means? Like, that means, Devin, you can't sell by yourself. We have to put you with Ryan. The guy that you beat, the guy that beat you is carrying this card. And the only way that we can get eyes on you, is to put you and Ryan on the same card so people can watch you. So they can give buzz to y'all rematch. And shout out to the beautiful queen, Miss Barbara D, in the Cash App, supporting the grind as usual. And Miss Barbara D, thank you so much. You've always been a staple of this channel. You always support the grind. And I want you to understand how much your support really does mean. Frequent liar. What you fail to realize is Ryan Garcia is the headliner. It's his card, dumbass. What do you mean? It's Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero. That is the headline. Devin's not even the co-main. We're going to call him Undercard Dev. Like, how the hell? Rolly Romero is the co-main. How about that, Frequent? Because Ryan Garcia and Rolly might do more than Devin and Ryan did. Hey, 2 Cent. I'm going to tell you what's crazy, right, 2 Cent? I remember one year in football, right? It was Oklahoma. And it was Tennessee. Both of them were national champions because they didn't have the playoffs. So Oklahoma, they beat Florida State. So they became the national champions. But Tennessee also beat somebody that year, and they beat Virginia Tech. So they was considered the national champions as well. It was it was what they call a co-national championship, right? But guess what? If you look at the history books, Oklahoma was the national champions. You feel what I'm saying? Like, ain't no co-national champions. The last fight is the headliner. And Ryan and Rolly is fighting last. They just let Devin say that shit to make them feel good. But guess what? It was Devin Sonier. It was USC and Oklahoma. But USC was the ones that was considered the national champions. Wasn't nobody talking about Oklahoma. On paper, Oklahoma was national champions, but everybody knew it was Reggie Bush and Matt Leinart and them. And shout out to my brother, Opulent LTV, in the Cash App, representing the channel as well. And I appreciate you too, my brother. You always come through as well. Like I said, I appreciate everything that y'all do, man. Knowing that the channel is demonetized, I appreciate that, man. Like, I appreciate that. And I hope whoever saw them pics last night, I hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope y'all got y'all bread last night. You know I'm always be here to help y'all. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, Frequent. That shit's a dub. You can't share the limelight, especially when you fighting before Ryan and Rolly. Everybody coming to see Ryan versus Rolly. They not coming to see Devin versus Ramirez. The only reason that Devin's on that motherfucking card is because he's fighting Ryan next. Salute to my brother Slogan One in the building. Like, how you go from under... Let me tell y'all the coldest part. Devin, a former undisputed champion, on the undercard of Ryan Garcia, who was never a champion. And that's my argument for everybody that says that the belts matter. But everybody that says that the championship belts matter, you got Devin Haney, the former undisputed champion, on the undercard of Ryan Garcia, who has never won a championship belt. How does that sound? Do y'all realize how cold that is? Like, you got the undisputed champion on the undercard of a fighter who was never a champion, who was never well, Ryan was the intern champ, but was never a world champion. And I'm about to drop the link because I know Frequent want to hop up here. There go the link right there. Anybody want to hop up here, there go the link right there. Courtney Thompson, salute, King. Desmond Johnson, salute, my brother. Exactly, Rod Walker. Looks like Ryan has been promoted and Devin demoted. Like, exactly, GM. Like, Ryan is basically Devin's daddy. Exactly, Miss Barbara D. That shit cold as hell. Like, you on the undercard of a nigga that spanked you. Like, this nigga spanked you. And look, this right here, I'm going to show y'all how even cold it is, right? How you got two fighters who got stopped by Tank Davis headlining over the undefeated, former undisputed champion. Devin is an undefeated, former undisputed champion, and two guys that Tank knocked out is the damn main event, while Devin has to wait for the preliminaries to be over the fight. Like, nigga, you don't even get to come out there and do a entrance walk. Like, your entrance walk can't even be a show. Like, you know, people ain't even gonna pay attention to your entrance walk. You can't even get a rapper to come rap for you because you know you got a time limit. If you ain't the main event, you got a time limit to get in that ring. That shit crazy. Way too fat. Rose, baby. Weighs 2 stacks. I dropped the link, Frequent. Tell me how I'm lying, Frequent. I dropped the link. The fight card is Rolly versus Ryan. And on the undercard, you got Bakole versus Ejit Caballero. You got Martin Bakole fighting Efe Ajaba. And you got Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez on the undercard, Frequent. The link is right there, Frequent Liar. If I said something wrong, hop up, bro. Hop up. Like, that nigga can really say, them my sons in them. Like, damn. This shit cold-blooded. This some crazy shit right here, my nigga. Like, Rolly is main eventing it. Ryan Garcia versus Rolly is actually a fight. Especially when they sit there and they post that old sparring footage of Ryan and Rolly, where Rolly was putting the gas down on Ryan, and Rolly was actually the link right there, Rallo. Because I know as soon as the link pop up, Rallo or Frequent, because Frequent scared to get the smoke. I got smoke for you, Rallo. It's always smoke, nigga. But Rolly is the headliner fighting Ryan. And Rolly and Ryan, that sparring footage is going to come out and it's going to make the fight that much bigger. It's gonna fight. It's gonna be a fight. Oh wow, Courtney said that Rolly might put up a better fight than damn Devin did. Well, you know, Rolly and Ryan, that's gonna be somebody going to sleep. Exactly, Devin Sonier. Just like when Tank fought Yuriokas Gamboa, right? Tank fought Yuriokas Gamboa. And when Tank fought Yuriokas Gamboa, they said, oh, he was washed. He had already got beat. But when Devin fought Yuriokas Gamboa, oh, man, that was a legacy fight. That fight was for Devin's legacy. So it was okay for daggone Tank to beat Gamboa. No, it was okay for Gamboa to get beat by Devin Haney. But Tank stopped him. And people was complaining about that. If you thought Yuriokas Gamboa was damaged goods, then you know after Tank knocked him out, he wasn't shit. If he was damaged goods already, if he gets knocked out, then he wasn't shit. So, with that being said, this is a good fight for Devin? Like, is that what you're saying? Like, help me to understand. Like, I'm trying to understand. I might not be the smartest, but Yuriokas Gamboa versus Tank, he was washed. He was a shell of a fighter. But then Tank stops him. But then when Devin wants to fight him, it's a legacy fight. So how is that possible? So can y'all make it make sense? Because how is he washed for one person and then not washed for the other person? But so make that make sense. Like how the fuck is one person okay to get beat on and then he gets beat on and then gets stopped? And then the next person can fight him after that and it's a legacy fight. Like y'all be moving the goalposts. Like the gaslighting for me. It's the gaslighting for me. And yes, Rollo, Diddy did tell Tank, yes, I'm working out. But you know what? Tank was actively avoiding Puff Daddy. Tank told Puff Daddy, look, we don't touch each other. Like Diddy tried to hug Tank and pick him up, and Tank was like, nah, dog, don't do that. But then you got Devin, who's in the pool. He's actually in the pool with P. Diddy, and P. Diddy's flexing. And Devin sitting there pointing at him like, yeah, this Diddy. No matter of fact, Devin said, you ain't nobody unless you in the pool with Diddy. That's exactly what Devin Haney said. So I guess Tank is a nobody because he didn't get in that pool with Diddy. So I guess Devin's a somebody because he got the Meek Mill treatment. He was the dream. I think P. Diddy called Devin Butter Pecan Dream. That's what the name was. Diddy named that nigga the Dream. That nigga ain't know shit about being a dream until Puff Daddy made him a Victoria's Secret. A dream. He was a dream girl. Yeah. Now I eat the salute, King. Peace and blessings. Yeah. See, Rilo don't realize how dumb what he's saying sounds. Like Tank was actively avoiding Diddy the whole party. Diddy was stalking motherfucking Tank like a fucking predator. But he didn't have to stalk Devin. See, Diddy had to try to chase Tank down. But he didn't have to chase Devin. Devin chased Diddy down because he said you ain't in until you in the thing with Diddy. Hey, Miss Barbara D, I'm sorry, baby, but that's like it don't make no sense what he's saying. Like he actively admitting that Tank was trying to avoid Diddy, but he don't realize that Devin wasn't trying to avoid him. Devin was in the pool with him, and he even put a caption talking about you not in unless you in the pool with Diddy. Like, come on, man. And Diddy had a fucked up look in his eye when he was thinking about Devin in that motherfucking pool. That nigga put both arms up to flex and ain't had not damn muscle. Come on, man. Devin knew what time it was. That's how Devin got the undisputed shot. That's how Devin got a chance to fight for undisputed. Diddy pulled some strings for him. After he went to that Diddy party, Diddy called Cambosos and was like, look, give my guy a shot. He told Cambosos, give my guy a shot, and I'm going to let you do a video. P. Diddy got Devin the undisputed title. Because without Diddy, Devin wouldn't have got that undisputed fight. What you got to say about that, Rollo? Frequent. Yes. But what you don't understand is, yes, Tank had the video, but Tank was running in the video. Devin didn't have to run, Frequent.
Like Cat Williams.
You're not
getting running like Cat Williams, wasn't he?
Hell yeah. That nigga was
hey, P. Diddy was on his ass. Did you see him what he said? Now you got to toast to Diddy. I seen you working out and I liked it. I want you. I like you. I got to have it.
Hey, Rollo, you missed the worst part. You didn't see the way Diddy. You ain't see the way Diddy jumped off the top rope trying to get Tank.
Yeah, I seen it. I see that nigga was skipping through the party yelling, "Tank, where you at?" What you think happened that night?
And see, people don't understand, but that's real predator behavior right there.
I know it is. I know it is.
Now, if Tank would have punched that nigga in his shit, what would have happened?
But he didn't, because if a nigga picked me up and twirled me like that, man, cut it out.
I ain't even gonna lie.
Cut it out, nigga. Ain't no man ever pick you up like that, like a woman, nigga. Pick that man up like a woman. Nigga, where they do that at, nigga?
I can't even say that about it.
Where they do that at? Not no Baltimore, nigga. No, he ain't go for that.
On all sides, and I'm gonna be 100% real. You pick me up and twirl me around, man. We got to fight, or I gotta shoot you. I got to shoot.
I ain't saying he's supposed to, but he's supposed to punch him in his chest hard to let him know, man. Don't do that shit no more.
No, you supposed to. You supposed to.
Yeah, he was. But on the other note, listen, the difference between Devin and Tank fighting Gamboa was one of them was 20 years old. Now, when you take a look at the 20-year-olds fighting today, I would say, oh man, that's amazing for the 20-year-old to be fighting the former champion with the accolades of Gamboa. You see what I'm saying? And Tank was 25 years old.
But when Tank fought Gamboa, they said he was washed.
He was.
This is what I'm saying. They said he was washed. Okay, so if he was washed,
he was
when
cooked
Tank
when
knocked his ass out. If Tank knocked him out, then that means he was even more washed, right?
He was, but are you not understanding that one of them?
I understand what you're saying, but if you're saying somebody is washed, this is what I'm saying. You say what?
You're moving your fighter, and he's 20 years old. That's who you match him up with, the cooked ex-champion, to see where we at. That's a step up in level. But when you're 25, you don't fight this washed dude. You fight for undisputed, like Devin did. You see the difference? When one's
Yeah, he got hit
25, that's
that
why
bad.
one's got the accolades that they got, and one is still a 30-year-old prospect, basically.
Well, I can't really say that, man, because if Devin was
Right.
the goods like you said, he shouldn't have fought him after Tank knocked him out, though.
He was 20 years old, my dude. Are you not? Are you missing that point? You say you know
It doesn't
boxing. You
matter.
move
Floyd
your
fought
boxing.
Guerrero at 21. Tyson fought Holmes at 21.
Right,
This
that
is
was
what I'm
Floyd.
saying. You sit there talking about
Floyd
the
fight
20-year-old.
Hernandez.
That doesn't mean nothing right there, Rallo. That still
It
doesn't mean
absolutely
nothing.
does. Look at
Look
Camille
at
and
Abdul
Abdullah.
Mason.
Right. Abdullah getting put on his ass by niggas we never heard of, not ex-champions, because he hasn't made it. They don't feel like that he's
He's
there
18
yet.
though. That's a difference.
Okay.
He's 18.
Okay.
But I can tell you one thing. Abdullah ain't sitting there fighting 16 fucking Mexicans out the bar either. Because if you look at Devin's first 16 fights, those are Mexicans that have horrible records.
The man was
Motherfuckers that's
17
bar
years
fighting.
old, though. He was
Okay,
17.
Abdullah's 18.
You move your fighter like that. There's nothing wrong with that.
I
You
understand
move your
that.
fighter
What
like
you're
that.
saying, you were sitting there saying that, but Abdullah is 18 fighting grown ass men.
And Devin was 17, but the difference between Abdullah and Devin
was
was
fighting. Look, this is what I'm saying. Devin is fighting motherfucking niggas out the bar in Mexico. Abdullah is fighting actual fighters in the U.S. That's the difference.
What difference does it make? They still Mexican nobodies. What difference does it make?
Abdullah fought Gourmet. Gourmet was undisputed. Was undefeated, bro.
They still Mexican nobodies. So what difference does it make?
Bro.
He's also getting clipped and knocked on his ass, something that Shakur and Devin wasn't doing at that age.
But you know, do you understand why though? Do you understand why? It's because he has no fear and he's coming forward. Plus, the type of dude that knocked him on his the type of dude that knocked him on his ass. It took Devin till he was in his 20s to fight somebody like that.
Are you serious?
I'm saying we can go through the resumes. I'm telling you, Benjamin Gourmet was an undefeated fighter, bro.
I don't mean, and that's another thing. Just because you undefeated, I don't carry a lot of weight.
Hold on, the dude that knocked Abdullah down has 21 knockouts out of 26 fights. Like he's in there with motherfuckers that's punching.
You said he was 26-0? Huh? He was 26-0?
No, he was 26 wins with 21 knockouts.
So you said he was undefeated, though, right?
No, I said he was a puncher. No, I said Benjamin Gourmet, who Abdullah fought, was undefeated.
Okay. All right.
That dude was undefeated. And Abdullah finished him in one round. After that nigga was beating Abdullah, and after he was roughhousing Abdullah, and he was using his grown man strength on Abdullah. That's the fight where Abdullah was like, fuck this, because the nigga kept roughing him up. And that's the fight where Abdullah hit him with them 5 straight lefts. You remember? When he just was like, fuck it, and just kept throwing that left, and the nigga couldn't get out the way of that left, and that left kept landing. And then
he was a nobody. He was sent there to get knocked out. You know, but that don't mean nothing, man. That don't mean nothing. I can get a fighter to be undefeated. That don't mean nothing. Everybody's first 10. So,
well, B-Hop's first fight he lost.
Yeah, he did. B-Hop was also coming out the penitentiary too. He didn't have the.
I know, but you said everybody's first 10 wins. That's what I'm trying to say. Robisi,
but B-Hop didn't have the upbringing that.
Okay, what about Robisi? Robisi was a gold medalist. He lost in his first couple fights.
Okay, Loma lost his second fight.
Exactly.
Some people are moved different. You know what I mean? And some people have more experience, like Devin and Shakur and them.
Like your Dana
and Mason, they have more experience.
Ugas lost like 2 of his first fights. Look at Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer at one point was like 5-5
before he ended up getting a little bit. Yeah, some people are just moved wrong. Some people don't have the machine behind them. Devin had a machine behind him. Shakur had a machine behind him. Tank does too, and Mason does too. And that's why I look down on Mason, because these fights are set up for you to look good in, and you're getting clipped and knocked on your ass. And it ain't a lack of skill. I think it's overconfidence on Mason. So he's young. I'll give him time.
I'm gonna tell you what I think about Mason, right? I feel like this, right? Mason, he's young for one. The nigga 18, and when you're 18, you still getting hit by a grown ass fucking man. I don't give a fuck what you say. A grown man is a fucking grown man hitting her. That's
right. So give that to Shakur and Devin too. They was getting hit by grown men.
I'm gonna tell you like this. a lot of people they shit on Devin, but I be in here defending Devin too because
Nah,
I
you
keep it all
shit
the
on
way
him.
100. There's certain
You
people
shit on
that
him.
Devin ain't gonna lose to. What?
You shitting on Devin up. I ain't gonna lie.
No. The other day I was sitting here defending them, telling that Devin beats certain people. It's just certain
Nah,
people
yeah,
Devin's just not gonna beat.
you got
I'm
him
just,
over T.O.
huh?
You got Devin over T.O. You did that.
I feel like Devin washes T.O. And I'm explaining why. Because Bill Haney trained Jermaine Ortiz for the T.O. fight. And T.O. actually lost that fucking fight. They
Nah, he
sat
didn't
there
lose
and
that fight.
gave that shit to T.O. But
He didn't
Bill
lose that
Haney,
fight, but it was a
you
good
say
fight.
what?
He didn't lose that fight, but it was a good fight, though.
Man, he lost that fight. T.O. lost that fight. He running in the corner trying to tell Jermaine Ortiz to come fight. Because Jermaine Ortiz was sticking and moving on his ass. Teofimo, I'm going to tell you one thing about Teofimo. The only way to beat Teofimo is make Teofimo come forward and fight. Teofimo cannot lead a fight. If Teofimo has to be the lead fighter, he's going to lose. Sandor Martin beat him that way. They robbed Sandor Martin. Sandor dropped his ass twice.
But you said get on your back foot to beat T.O. That's the key.
You say what?
You saying be on your back foot the whole fight? That's the
Yeah,
key to
make
beating
him come
T.O.
forward.
Okay, I
And
can
see,
agree
that's
with
what
that.
That's what Kambosos did. Kambosos came out there. He hit that nigga. He dropped him. And then the rest of the fight, T.O. had to come forward. See, T.O. is not great in initiating the action. If Teofimo has to initiate the action, he's going to lose because he's a counterpuncher. He's fast and he's able to react.
Right.
Now, if Teofimo has to lead, it's not good. That's how he beat Loma. Because Loma came forward and T.O. was counterattacking him. And then when Loma stopped coming forward, Loma sat there and sat back. And that's when Loma won rounds 7 through 11. Because Teofimo had to come forward. And if you look, Josh Taylor came forward the whole time T.O. made him pay. But Jermaine Ortiz, he sat back and made T.O. come to him. That's why he was able to do what he did to T.O., just like Sandor Martin. Sandor Martin sat back and was countering T.O. He caught that nigga with 2 left hooks that set him on his ass. Had T.O. talking about, do I still got it at the end of the fight? Knowing he got a damn robbery win. But see, that's why I say Devin Haney, he's good at keeping the distance. Now, if Devin Haney tries to press the issue with T.O., then I feel like it'll be a problem. It'll be a hard fight.
Right.
But if
Yeah,
Devin
I agree with that.
if Devin Haney sits back and fights his fight, instead of trying to listen to the fans and trying to please them, and see, that's what Bill's problem is, trying to please the motherfucking fans. I don't give a fuck. I appreciate the fans and everything, but the fans ain't gonna be my fans if I get my ass whooped. I'm gonna sit right here. I'm gonna fight my motherfucking fight. Either you like it or you don't. But I'm not coming here no damn loss.
How can y'all ask Shakur to do that when y'all scrutinized Devin when he did it? Oh, they so stupid for doing that. But then turn around and say, well, Shakur need to put on a show.
Because
no, he needs to box.
Did you hear me before the day started? Did you hear me earlier today?
Nah, I just got on.
Okay. I sat there and said Shakur is the biggest fool in boxing. Because Shakur puts undue pressure on himself.
His mouth.
Like Shakur, huh?
You saying his mouth, not his boxing game. His mouth is what you're saying.
Exactly, because didn't nobody tell Shakur to say what he came out and said today? Shakur talking about both my hands is ready. I'm gonna stop this kid. Okay. Like, why would you sit there and say that shit when all you had to do was go out there and put on a clinic? If we want to be honest, Kid Austin is still a prospect. That's why I was hoping that he didn't get a chance to fight Tank. They was calling out Tank, and I said it would be crazy to put that young boy in the ring with Tank. It'd be just like if you put a pit bull, a little pit bull in there with an experienced pit bull, and he get his spirit broke. Because I said, you put that young boy in the ring with Tank, the fight ain't going to be competitive, and the boy going to get his spirit broke. Like when you put a dog up against an experienced dog, and he gets his ass mollywopped, that breaks a dog's spirit. But Shakur's sitting there talking about, I'm going to stop him. My hands is good and everything. Now, Shakur, if you'd have sat back and boxed this man 12 rounds, it wouldn't have been a problem. You could have put on a masterclass performance. You sit there, you hit, don't get hit. Now you sitting here talking about you going to stop the opponent. And that's when the damn shit started with Shakur, because Shakur the one that told us he was going to stop Harder touring. Shakur was the one that said he was going to stop this fighter and that fighter, and he never does. That's why people give Shakur so much scrutiny, because Shakur is the one that comes out here and tells us that he's going to stop these fighters, and then when he gets in the ring, he doesn't do that. Like he said that he was going to stop De Los Santos. This nigga turned his back and ran once he felt De Los Santos' power. And this is what I'm saying. Instead of keeping your motherfucking mouth shut, going out there and fighting your fight, doing your thing, then a fan couldn't complain because you're out here doing what you're supposed to do. But when you sit here and get live and you tell fans, I'm going to stop this guy, or I'm going to beat the brakes off this guy, like before the Harder Two, and he talking about, I'm going to drop this man, I'm going to put him down, I'm coming straight forward, I'm not backing up. And then you're backing up and you're not throwing punches and you're not doing what you're doing. Then you ran your mouth and you're sitting here telling the fans that you're going to do this and not, then yes, you're going to get scrutinized. And that's what
But don't you think he washed his last opponent, though?
Huh?
Don't you think he washed, what's his name, Artur?
No, he said he was going to stop him.
Okay, I ain't talking about what he said. I'm talking about what he did, though. You're absolutely right. He said, well, fuck what he said. What did he do? Did he wash him or not?
That's not the thing, though. But that's not the thing. Rollo, if you let me hold $100 and I tell you I'm going to give you $150 back, and now when it's time to pay you, I just give you your $100 back. I gave you your money back, right?
Yeah, but that's different though.
No. It's not though, Rollo.
Yeah,
I told you
different.
I was going to give you this, right?
I mean, Tyson said he was going to eat Lennox Lewis' kids. Did you hold him to that? I mean, this is boxing, so you got to have a little shit. You got to have a little right, but you got to have a little shit talking. But it's different when you actually got to fight somebody, man. You know what I'm saying? It don't always go like you think, but as long as you win.
But see, now you're getting to my point. Don't say you're going to stop somebody and you're not going to stop them. Be like, look, I'm about to go out here and beat this nigga ass. That's different. But when you say I'm going to stop him or I'm going to walk him down and I'm not going back, and then I see you going backwards, then nigga, you're not keeping your word. And all we got as fighters and as men is our word. Like Earl Spence. He got his ass whooped by Bud, but guess what Earl said? He said, I'm going to come forward. And
but
guess
does that
what?
mean he didn't keep his word? Because he said he was going to kick Bud's ass. But he also
said, I'm going to come forward. I'm not going back. And he came forward into the ass whooping.
He said he was going to kick his ass. And he ended up doing the nay-nay in that bitch. So does that make Earl a less of a man? No, Earl's a hell of a fighter. Nigga, a cold G. Earl's a cold G.
Earl got a concussion early in that fight.
You damn skippy he did. You damn skippy he did.
This is why I tell folks. In football, if you get a concussion, you don't even get to play the next week. Like they have you out 2 weeks. But boxers, they get a concussion, they got to get right back in that motherfucking ring. Like people don't understand how the sport of boxing is a lonely fucking sport.
But I don't think he had a concussion because that's what the referee checked him for. Remember the ref stopped the fight, checked his ass.
He had a concussion, but see, even if you do have a concussion in boxing, you still can fight. I've seen people fight through concussions, but Tim Tszyu had a concussion. Bakaram put a concussion on that nigga ass. But fighters can still fight through it as long as a fighter can get up, make that count, and they can walk forward. They can get in that motherfucker and keep going. Just like, Devin fought
like Devin did.
Devin got hit with that shot, and Devin was concussed. I seen it in his legs when he kept falling around.
I ain't gonna say he was concussed. Because he was put, I ain't gonna say concussed because I seen Devin get up after getting it put on his ass and win the next round.
I mean, Rollo, you can have a concussion and still be coherent, bro. Like, it just means that, but your motor skills is off. And you can't tell me his motor skills wasn't off. You seen that man sliding around the ring. He was sliding.
I did. But it seemed like the more punishment he took, the more he started getting focused on his game.
That's the best way to come out of concussion. When you concussed and you start getting hit, that shit sober you up. He was getting sobered up. But then he started sliding around the ring some more.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, if you concuss keep getting hit, that's gonna
It
make you
depends
more
on if you got a mild concussion
delusional,
or a severe
delirious.
concussion. It's different types of concussions as well. But hell, I done been concussed. I
That
done been
boy Devin
concussed
got
and had to get back in that game when I played safety. We had a nigga named motherfucking.
that boy Devin got a hell of a heart
It
on him. He got
it
a
was
hell
a
of a
nigga
heart
named
on
Nick
him.
Maddox. It was a
We'll
nigga
give
named
him that.
Nick Maddox. He ended up going to Florida State as a running back. But we were playing against them in the quarterfinals. And I played free safety. And that nigga, I don't know how the linebackers let that nigga get into the second level. Because, to be honest, I wasn't no hitter. I couldn't stand see running backs. Like, nigga, I play over the top. I ran a 4.37. I played over the top. I didn't like motherfucking tackling. You know, I defended. I had one of the best ratios. Like, in my 12th grade year, I think I gave up 2 passes that whole year. And one of them was because the cornerback failed and I had to chase that nigga down. But like I said, it was still, we was in zone. So I still was responsible for that. But still, like, when them running backs come, I used to hate it because I went number like 160. I was 6'1", 160. And these motherfuckers coming, they 200 and some pounds, and I had to cut them motherfuckers a goddamn check. You know, that you can't even cut a check in football no more. So,
Hey,
you
look,
know.
T.O. fighting Africa next.
You
Y'all
said
need to
what?
start taking everything y'all was saying about T.O. out back.
You
If
say
he fight Africa in them boots, y'all got a lot of crow to eat.
T.O. fight Africa, he's gonna get his ass whooped.
I think it's gonna be a hell of a fight because Africa's feet ain't too
But
fast.
Africa got a stiff jab and he's a hell of a boxer. See,
He don't got no head movement and his feet is slow. They ain't gonna say they slow. They just ain't as athletic
hey
as what I
Rilo,
think is
T.O.'s
needed
not
to
that
beat
guy, bro.
T.O.
Like the nigga just went.
I
I
like
mean, but he
T.O.
just went.
I think
Okay, you like T.O.
I like T.O.
But y'all was talking shit about Ryan saying some racist shit, but T.O. was worse than Ryan. Calling niggas monkeys and we got bananas for these niggas. And he said the nigga word.
No,
Like,
no, 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 no,
oh
no,
yes,
no, he
yes
didn't.
he did.
T.O. was making a play on words. Ryan
No,
came out and simply said, "I
T.O.
hate you
One video,
niggas."
no, bro. I'm gonna tell you one video. T.O. said I won't lose to a black man. He said I won't lose to Puerto Ricans.
Okay,
T.O.
Devin said he
says
won't lose to a white man.
no, but I'm talking about T.O. T.O. Man, T.O. was a racist ass dude because his wife was fucking a black man. That
And
shit.
I understand that, but I really don't. I think he can box. I don't know that man personally.
See, I
That don't affect me. I'm
I
a
really
boxing
don't.
fan.
I'm just saying, Tiafimo. If honestly, Tiafimo
I
is
think he
three
can
and
box.
three. If you want to be honest, Tiafimo is 3 and
No,
3 in
no,
his
you're not
last
being
6
honest.
months.
You speaking with feelings. I only do facts. I don't do the feelings.
Oh,
T.O.
I
only
only
lost
speak
one fight.
facts. No, I
No,
only
you're
speak
not speaking
facts.
facts. You speaking feelings. That man ain't no 3-3. That man lost one
No,
fight.
I said honestly because they went back and did CompuBox. He lost to Cambosis. Then he beat Pedro Campa. Everybody said that he lost to Sandor. And I
Yeah,
went
but I
back and
ain't.
scored
We
the
only
fight.
facts ain't what everybody say. Facts is what the 3
Oh, okay,
judges
no,
say,
facts is
man.
the numbers. Facts is the numbers. Even the announcer said that it was a robbery.
Right, and on his
But see, no, hold on, listen,
no,
bro.
his record says
Okay, but
it's
check
one
this out.
loss.
Check this out. Even the announcers have said it, but Sandor was the B side. Tiafimo was the A side, and Bob was pushing him because Sandor dropped that man twice. They gave him credit for one of the knockdowns. Tio, even though he lost that fight, because he asked him, "Do I still got it?" Now you don't ask, "Do you still got it?" If you just whoop the nigga ass. So Sandor got him, and then he fought a weight drain Josh Taylor, who just got his ass whooped by Jack Catterall. And Josh Taylor should have lost that fight versus Catterall.
Yeah, come on, man. Josh Taylor was undefeated,
Josh
but now
Taylor,
see how you just
everybody
go from
said it was.
he
See,
was
this
undefeated,
is what I'm saying.
but here it is
This is what I'm
undisputed
saying. This is what I'm
undefeated. Now
saying
there's
right
a bunch
here.
of excuses.
Everybody watched that Josh Taylor fight. Everybody knows that Catterall beat them. That's why he had the immediate rematch because Catterall beat Josh Taylor. Like, come on, bro. If you say you keep it 100, go back and watch that fight.
I watched the
Jack
fight.
Catterall
Yeah,
beat that man 8 rounds. But because Josh Taylor,
I wouldn't give him 8, but yeah, I felt like he won too. Yeah, I felt like he won too, but that ain't what the record reflected. You got to beat the champion, clearly, man. You know, and he didn't do that.
actually he did.
So if that's the case, we could say Madonna
But
and can
see, but
still
like I
beat
said, Josh
Floyd,
Taylor hasn't been the same since that Regis Pro Race.
right? So you feel like Madonna and Castillo beat Floyd?
I feel like Floyd lost one of them. Honestly, not against Madonna though. Like I feel like that first Castillo,
Right, that first Castillo is the only fight I feel like Floyd
honestly,
lost.
honestly,
But
like I said, I keep it 100 with everybody. I feel like that first.
The facts are, I felt like the first Castillo Floyd lost too.
I
But
feel
the
like
facts
the
are,
first Castillo fight, Floyd lost it. I think Floyd realized he did too. That's why he came back and punished that nigga the second fight. Like
both of Madonna and because he gave him rematches,
like
and them the only two fights
fight.
that you can.
I feel like
Me neither.
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't either. But Floyd must have felt some type of way because he gave him both
because everybody kept saying he lost that fight. But I went back and scored it. I say Floyd won an easy 7-5 on that Madonna fight. Like that wasn't even.
I thought so.
But that Castillo fight, yeah, Floyd, you got one on that one. But Floyd was the A side.
But you can't use the undefeated theory for a nigga you like, but then when it comes to a nigga you don't like, and obviously bias against, he was drained and that man was the undefeated champion.
One thing about me, Rollo, I kept it real all the way. I liked the Floyd, but I was just saying Floyd lost. He lost that fight.
I got to give T.O. his props, man. T.O. fought the best at 135, and then he went up and fought the best at 140. Something that your favorite fighter would never do.
Josh Taylor hasn't been the same since the Regis Prograis fight. That Regis Prograis fight.
Josh Taylor was undefeated.
Okay, no, but
not the same.
See, this is what I'm saying. Y'all sit there and act like it's not robberies in boxing. Y'all act like that people can't be corrupted. The man lost. Exactly, phenomenal. You're not showing no integrity,
I wouldn't call that. I wouldn't call that Jack.
Man, everybody called it Jack fight robbery, bro. If you go back and score that fight,
that was too close to be a robbery.
You ain't got no integrity, bro. You ain't got no integrity, bro.
Yeah, I just told you that I had Jack winning the fight, but do I call it a robbery?
I'm just saying I had Catterall winning 8-4, and we sit there and one thing about it, Teofimo lost that Sandor Martin fight. Everybody knows it. Even Bob admits it. But like Bob said, Sandor Martin was the B-side. And they was pushing T.O. for a bigger fight. So if this is my show and you're my fighter, I'm not about to let you get beat on my card. It's not going to happen. And we're not going to act like that doesn't happen in boxing. Ain't nobody going to sit there and let their cash cow get beat. No. It's not going to happen. Just like when motherfucking, when that nigga, Supernova, I lost money on that fight because Supernova fought that Cortez. He fought that Andres Cortez. Supernova beat this nigga 8 rounds to 2. 8 rounds to 2, and they still robbed Supernova.
I didn't see that fight.
Look, go back and watch that fight. It was last year. It was Cortez versus Supernova. What's the fucking Supernova real name? 130-pound fighter that be having the motherfucker Abraham Nova. Abraham Nova beat that nigga 8 straight rounds, but because Cortez was undefeated and he was the A side, they robbed Supernova. They took the win away from Supernova, and it's crazy because they do that all the time. And one thing about me, if a motherfucker get robbed, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna keep it real. I know how to score fights. You got to realize all these judges that score fights, they don't know shit about boxing. Some of them don't. Like you got women in there.
We're not gonna say that, man.
Boxing match.
Come on, man. Now, you can say I take they getting paid off before I can say they don't know shit about boxing.
No. Some of these judges, man, they got some of these judges. This is not even their job, bro. Like they put in to be a judge, bro. They put in to be a judge. A lot of these judges don't know shit about boxing. Just I can't go for that. What about the judge that gave Ryan and Tank a 10-10 round after Tank dropped Ryan in the round?
Well, dude only threw 3 punches that round, though.
Okay,
not,
but
don't
if you
fail to
drop
mention
if you drop
everything. You got to put
somebody,
it in context.
if you get dropped in the round,
Right.
if you get dropped in the round, what does that round automatically go to, Rallo?
They gave it a 10-10 round. I thought.
No, it was a 10-10. Yes, it was a 10-10 round. And the dude had Ryan up on the cards. He gave Ryan and Tank both 10-10 after Ryan got dropped with the face shot.
I mean, you can be beating somebody in a round and get dropped though, right?
Okay, what about the referee that was on the Floyd and Canelo card?
Man, you know Canelo. He's cheating. It's not. It's that's what I'm saying. It's
No,
not.
Canelo
They
went
don't know it.
Canelo versus Floyd because it was Floyd time. Floyd made Canelo. He the one that had Canelo on his undercards. So Floyd beat this nigga up and down the ring, and you still had a judge that had Canelo winning.
I think he had it a draw.
So we're gonna act like so right there.
He
We're
had
gonna
it a
act
draw.
like these judges are always correct.
No, they're not. They're not always correct.
Okay, that's why I say people can't get robbed in boxing. That's why as you have to have integrity and go back and watch and score the shit the way you know it's supposed to be scored.
Yeah, but it that don't matter when if it's in the record books, then it's a fact, right? And it don't matter what you feel
That's
after
what
that.
I'm not talking about in the record books. I'm talking about integrity.
Yeah,
I'm talking
in
about
boxing. That's what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? I could say that the Lakers cheated Sacramento, but in the record books, they got that ring. You see what I'm saying? Even though I read the book of Tim Donahue admitting to cheating.
And I get.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hold on 1 second. I need one more person to support the grind for today. Can I get one more person in the Cash App or the PayPal to support the grind for today? But this is what I'm saying. That's the sport of boxing ain't gonna move if people continue to think like that, Rollo. Like if people keep making it seem like it's okay because they put it in the record books, that don't make it right though. Just like honestly, I thought Andre Ward lost the first Sergey Kovalev fight. I felt like he lost that fight. I went back and
redid. Huh? Yeah, at least a draw. At least it was a draw.
Ward should have won that. Now the second fight, Ward put him down. But the first Kovalev fight, that shit, Kovalev should have won. Kovalev should have won, or at the very least, it should have been a draw.
So when people,
Wilder versus Tyson.
So when the Mexicans say that Pitbull really beat Tank, and they really feel wholeheartedly like that, you can go on one of them Mexican pages on Facebook, and they're gonna argue up and down all day. Now I don't believe that.
But we can sit back and go back and judge the fight. Tank won 8 rounds, bro. Tank was dipping and diving, and he was beating that. The reason why they said Tank lost that fight is because he didn't knock that man out. Tank was dipping, he was diving.
75.
I had it 8-4 at least.
He won the fight, no doubt. But the Mexicans will argue you up and they feel wholeheartedly in their heart. So
you know why?
So that's why we got to go back with the book.
He didn't get knocked down. But
we got to go back with the book saying.
Same person. And we can also go to Pitbull, and he fought Giovanni Cabrera.
He lost that fight.
Yeah, Giovanni Cabrera beat that nigga ass, but Pitbull was a
beat his ass, but he outboxed him.
Giovanni was a smaller name, and Giovanni was undefeated. But Pitbull had a bigger fan base. And that's what I'm trying to explain. It's about if you have a big enough fan base, if your fan base is big enough and they see the potential for a bigger fight, if you the B-side, you're going to get swept under the rug. It happens all
basically, Pitbull, like Rolly, was a PBC plant to get money off of Tank. That's all them dudes was. Let's just call it for what it is. Them dudes were set up to get money off of Tank for PBC.
So if that's the case,
fan base to get money.
If that's the case, right? Why is Ryan versus Rolly a big fight right now?
Because Rolly just happened to be a fan favorite, and Ryan.
And what did I just say before you said that?
About your fan base?
I said if you got a big enough fan base and they feel like they can make money off of you, because Rolly actually lost that fight to Ishmael Barroso. I don't give a fuck what the fuck you say or anybody says. That old man was putting hands and feet on Rolly. That man was hitting Rolly with some shit, and Rolly was trying to get the fuck up out of there.
He did. Just like that's right. PBC plant. You right.
Just like I just like, but see, one thing about me, I'm gonna keep it 100 all the way around. Just like I felt like, what's the nigga name? He just fought, Bartholomew. Just like I felt like Bartholomew was beating Antoine Russell ass, and I felt like they got him up out of there too damn quick because he was putting hands and feet on Antoine Russell all those rounds. So when Antoine Russell barely clipped him, they called the damn fight, and Bartholomew wasn't even hurt. But he was up on them scorecards, and they knew Russell wasn't gonna be able to get back. See, that's
Russell
what
with
people
PBC?
realize. People protect their investments.
Is Russell with PBC?
Yeah.
You know PBC, they full of shit, man. They gonna
Well,
do
no,
it again.
you can't say that because the zone full
I
of
most
shit.
definitely I can. All of them are. Let me take that back. All of them is gonna.
That's
yeah,
why I
all of
just
them is, not
said.
just PBC.
That's why I said
PBC just the best at it.
The investment.
PBC's the best at being full of shit.
No, top
rank's the best at matchmaking. No, top rank matchmaking.
No,
PBC
the best at being full of shit. The best at being full of shit is the zone. The zone will sit there and goddamn.
No, the zone fighters get beat a lot. You saying Eddie basically when you say the zone, right?
Yeah, Eddie.
No. Eddie's fighters get beat a lot. So how can you be?
They do now. They do now.
When your top dogs get beat,
I can go back.
I think they're the best matchmakers.
No,
I think they make the best fights.
I can go back to Sergey Deverenchenko. Sergey Deverenchenko beat the shit out of Triple G. Triple G was the unified champion. He got in the ring with Sergey Deverenchenko. Deverenchenko beat that nigga 8 rounds to 4. He was beating the shit out of Gennady Golovkin. Golovkin couldn't do a damn thing with Deverenchenko, and he lost. They robbed that man. They robbed Deverenchenko. Huh?
I think Eddie makes the toughest fights. I think Bob makes the best matchmaking, right? And I think PBC pumps the most bullshit fighters up to feed to their champion.
How PBC pump the most bullshit fighters up?
Because they do. They'll pump a Rolly Romero up to feed to their champion. They'll pump a Isaac Cruz up to feed to their champion.
So what about a Jaime Munguia who has 42 wins, no losses, or what's the nigga name? He's a cruiserweight now, but Buvil beat his ass after Canelo.
Zurdo.
Yeah, Zurdo with 44-0. You telling me they didn't hype him up? Or what about an Edward Berlanga? This nigga fought.
I like Berlanga.
Man, Edward Berlanga knocked out 16 cab drivers in the first round. As soon as they put him in the ring with a C-class fighter like Steve Rose, the nigga bit the nigga and everything. Come on, bro.
He just wasn't ready. I mean, I don't think that they don't pump him up like PBC. PBC pumps
PBC, no, Adrian Broner tell you, PBC will make you fight Godzilla, bro.
When?
Like, PBC will make you fight. PBC will make you fight. Huh?
When?
What do you mean, PBC?
Even Earl said it. Remember when Earl and Bud was arguing? And Bud said, nigga, you said you and Keith told me get a belt. I got a belt. What Earl say? I'm fight Sean Porter. Why wouldn't I take the easier route?
No. Let's go back. They sat there and asked Bud why you didn't come up to fight Earl. And Bomac said we took the easiest route.
We ain't talking about Bud. We ain't talking about Bud. We talking about the PBC fighter who was on strap season, openly admitting
because
that, hey, I'm gonna take the easier route.
No, you want me to tell you why?
With you.
You want me to tell you why? Because what happened when Earl tried to make the fight with Bud? He got drug out a whole year and a half. That was the easy route because they was bullshitting Earl from back then. Because
was
Earl
it Bud or was it top rank?
Huh?
Was it Bud or top rank? Because
it was Bob Arum and Bud.
Right, it was Bob. Now I don't think it was Bud. As soon as
you want me to tell you why it was Bud?
Was on.
No, you want me to tell you why it was Bud? Because when Bud was done with his contract, he turned around and re-signed back with him. If you know you want the Spence fight, why you going to sign back with Bob Arum and you know he ain't trying to give you a fight?
Money.
But see, he made the most. Okay, but where did he make the most money in his career?
Fighting Earl.
Exactly. See, he was. See, this is what I'm saying. People have a worker mentality instead of a boss mentality because he thought getting a 3-fight, $10 million deal was good because he got his money up front. But that back end, you can't explain. Like Drake, even the rapper Drake was like, I get my checks from Al Heyman. That back end money is what you want. Like That back end money is what broke up Earl Spence and Derrick James.
Yeah, but I don't think at the time Bud was really in popular demand. So I don't knock him for taking
But
them
he had a
that
chance to
money
fight
up front like
Pacquiao.
that.
He didn't have
You know
to
what
be
I'm
in
saying?
popular demand, but he had a chance to fight Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao will make you the popular demand, bro.
I don't
That's
think
what I'm
Bud
saying.
was
If he would have
ducking
fought
nothing.
Manny Pacquiao, he would have been the A side because he would have had 2 belts. Because
Nah, he would have
Pacquiao
never
had
been
the
he would have
WBA.
never been the A side to Pacquiao. Stop it.
No, he would have been the A side to Spence.
Bud
Because
would have
he
been
had
the A
already
side
had
to
the
Spence.
WBO. He had the WBO. Manny Pacquiao had the WBA. And they was trying to unify with Bud. And Bo Mack and them said
Bud
some
wouldn't have
bullshit.
been the A side to neither one of them. What? Come on, man.
You say
Bud
what?
wasn't doing. Bud was never going to be the A side to Spence, and he didn't deserve it. And he was never going to be the A side to Manny.
Okay,
I mean,
Rollo, I'm about to break this down to you. If Bud fought Manny Pacquiao, right?
right.
Okay, Keith Thurman and Manny Pacquiao did 600K pay-per-view with the PBC, right? So if Bud fought Manny Pacquiao and beat Manny Pacquiao, which he would have because Pacquiao can't fight against real boxers. If Bud would have beat Manny Pacquiao, first off, he would have had 2 belts. He would have had the WBA and the WBO, right?
Right.
And if Keith Thurman and Pacquiao did 600K, I know Bud and Pacquiao would have did at least 500, right? At least. Bud's a bigger name than
Bud and
Bud is better than Thurman, right?
All right.
Okay.
But you say Bud ain't the A side after doing 750,000 with Spence. He still ain't the A side, is what y'all saying.
No, he's not the A side because he didn't build himself. But listen to what I'm about to tell you, bro. Just pay attention. Okay. Now, if he would have fought Manny Pacquiao, first off, he would have got that fan base because, Pacquiao fans, they love, good fighters. Even though they some racist motherfuckers.
They would have never jumped on Bud. He would have been all type of monkeys. Have you been in the Manny Pacquiao group? You crazy?
No, I just said they racist. I just said
only people more delusional than the Manny fans is Tank fans.
I know, but look, they racist as hell. But this is what I'm telling you. Bud would have had a 500K pay-per-view. So if him and Earl would have fought each other, if Earl would have had the other two, he had the IBF and the WBC. Even though Earl did the 300 something with Mikey Garcia, Bud still has a bigger pay-per-view than Earl. So Bud would have been the A side when they went against each other. Just like if Spence would have fought Thurman, if Thurman would have beat Pacquiao, Thurman would have been the A side to Spence because he had that 600K pay-per-view with Manny Pacquiao and he had the belt. Well, no, he only had 1 belt.
Yeah, I don't got Bud being back then now. Spence was the favorite.
Because numbers, men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. If Bud would have beat Pacquiao and fought Earl, he would have been the A side because he had the bigger pay-per-view numbers. That's how the A side goes about the pay-per-view numbers. He would have had the bigger pay-per-view numbers versus Spence, and they both got 2 belts. It would have been probably 60-40 Bud's way. Because if you remember, Kell Brook was the huge A side to Spence. And he didn't even sell like that, but Kell Brook was a 70-30 favorite over Spence financially. 70-30 over Spence financially. Mikey Garcia was coming up. Earl was the damn champion. Earl had to split 50-50 with Mikey Garcia. So you telling me Bud with 2 belts? Bud with 2 belts wouldn't have been the A side? Yes, he would have. It was just
that's arguable, for some reason, Bud is. I mean, people just don't like Bud. I don't know if it's the dark skin, the nappy hair, the family man. I don't know. It seems like they don't like black family man.
Bro, listen. It's because Bud said, "Fuck the American fan base." He said we can all suck his dick, and he don't need us to support him.
Nah, I don't think it just seemed like whenever you get an upstanding black man,
he came out and said that
America's not going to get behind him. And when you get a nigga tooting cocaine and running over old ladies and pregnant ladies and snatching bitches up at the basketball game, we love him. Oh man, he's great. His mama's a crackhead. We love him.
How was that?
You get a family man, church going man.
How is that when that's not the case, bro? That's not the case.
That's what it seems like.
If you say fuck me, then it's fuck you, nigga. And that's what he said. He said fuck us. He said he liked the
Yeah,
UK
but
fights better.
but why did he say that though? After he done displayed all these good traits, and we keep jumping on the cokehead. We keep
No,
jumping on
it's
the
not
nigga who
that.
was
It's
raised
the
by the
fact that
crackhead.
Bud. It's the
You
fact
see what
that
I'm
Bud
saying?
wouldn't give, bro. You can't overtalk me now. Goddamn. It's the fact that Bud wouldn't give us the fight that we asked for. He
Which was
wasn't
what?
giving us no fights. Bud wasn't giving us
But
nobody. He was
Tank's
giving
not
us,
giving us the fights, but y'all behind him. You
who?
see how y'all? Tank's not giving us the fights we
Okay, but
want,
see,
but y'all.
guess what? I'm glad. I knew it was gonna come back to this, and I was sitting here waiting for you. I knew you was coming, so I baked you a cake.
I'm
Check this out.
just trying to
No,
understand
no, 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 no. You open it. Let's do it. Yes.
why
Tank
it's
even
good for
admit
one man and not good for the other.
exactly. Marshawn West tell Bud to marry his baby mama. But check this out, right? Check this
Tell
out.
Bud to marry his baby mama. Don't they got 8 kids together?
Yeah.
Are they married?
Nope.
They ain't married.
Nope.
You know, some people don't believe in a paper to be. You don't need a paper to be married. You know what I'm
Now he
saying?
don't want to give away half his money in case she leave. But with 8 kids, she gonna get that shit anyway.
That might be the case too. I don't think they worried about that. I don't see that in them. They've
But
been
this
ain't
is
they
what I'm about to
asking
say, right?
sweetheart?
Now check this out. Tank admitted that when Floyd was in charge, he just fought who Floyd said.
Right. He never
Now,
asked for no fights.
you say what?
He said he never asked for none of them fights.
Yeah, because Floyd, he would say he was following Floyd's game plan, which was good. Because guess
Okay.
what? Floyd made that man into a star. He
Yeah,
put
he
him.
sure did.
He,
Absolutely did.
he got the Mexican fan base behind Tank. Floyd knew it, bro. Floyd used to come out Cinco de Mayo with the
Yeah.
motherfucking hat and sombrero and everything. Floyd
Floyd's
was,
a genius. Yeah, Floyd's
yeah,
a
he
boxing
knows the
genius.
Mexican fan base. You know, that was a Mexican fan base, and he got it for Tank too. But look,
Right.
as soon as Tank got control of his own career,
He started fighting nobodies.
no, he fought the person that we always wanted him to fight, Ryan Garcia.
Nah, ain't
Everybody,
nobody always wanted him to
no,
fight
people
no.
been asking for that shit for the longest, Tank versus Ryan.
Come on,
And
man, cut it out, man. Ain't
okay,
nobody
it
was
did
asking for no
1.2,
Ryan.
it did 1.2 to 1.6 million. So that means people was waiting for that fight.
Nah, I think that
It
Ryan
did
just
1.2 to 1.6. Now check this out. After the Ryan fight, he tried to fight Devin Haney. It's on record. Steven
he ain't tried
Espinosa
to do that.
came to him. Steven
And we know
Espinosa.
Espinosa to be a liar. He
No,
ain't trying
Tank
to do that.
and
They
his
ain't sent
team
no
said
contract.
both
That's
those
another
deals.
thing, man. Listen.
Bro, can I talk, Rollo? Damn, bro, you keep doing it. You keep doing it. I'm letting you speak. You keep
I let you
over
talk for 10 minutes. You don't let me get 10 seconds. I'm gonna go
No,
ahead.
brother, you had me explain something, and I'm
Go
explaining
ahead,
it. Soon as I land, you can talk as much as you want to, but I'm trying to get my point across. You breaking it up. Let me get the point
Okay,
across.
I apologize. Go ahead.
But this is what I'm saying. When Tank got the reins, they sent Bill and them an offer. They was trying to fight him. Bill even said it on Fanon's show because we got it. We talked to Bill. I even roasted Bill behind it. Me and Bill got in an argument behind this shit on live. But Bill said we already had a prior engagement with Regis Prograis. But guess what? The fight with Regis Prograis wasn't signed yet. After Tank got out, 2 days later, they signed that fight with Regis Prograis. That's number one. But who gonna turn down the biggest bag fighting Tank, who just did 1.2 to 1.6 to fight a Regis Prograis? And
So
you've
you
been
saying
calling
that
Tank. Let
wait,
me finish, Rollo.
hold on, let me get some clarification. You're saying that they sent Devin them an offer while Tank was locked up? Is that what you just said?
What I said was Steven Espinosa came to Bill and Devin about making the Tank fight for later on that year, for December of that year. Bill said, it's documented, they have proof and everything. Bill said they wanted to go another route because they had a chance to fight the Loma rematch. They turned the Loma rematch down. They had a chance to fight Tank because Coach Kenny, all them was reaching out because they wanted Devin to beat Tank's return fight. Bruh, look, are you gonna let me finish?
People ain't
Oh,
sent them no.
Bill even admitted it, nigga. Bill
No, he
even
didn't.
admitted
He
it.
said they ain't never got no offer, and he said Espinosa was goddamn
See,
lying.
bro,
That's
Bill
what he
even
said.
admitted the shit. Not because it's your favorite fan, you don't want to listen. But Bill admitted because me and him argued about the shit. Bill sat there and said we was trying to be a 2-division champion. So Bill ducked Tank Davis, and they went up to fight Regis Prograis and did less than 50,000 pay-per-views. That's what happened.
Man,
He
you
went
making
after that.
stuff up, man.
And Devin, no, nigga, it's
You
facts.
making
It's
stuff up, man.
motherfucking facts. Now you getting in your feelings because your
Tank ain't
favorite
sitting
fighter.
nobody. Tank
It's
ain't
your
sitting nobody
favorite
no
fighter.
offer.
Now you getting in your feelings, Rallo.
Come on,
You
man.
getting in
That
your
man ain't
feelings
sitting no
because it's
offer.
your favorite fighters. Steven Espinoza even showed receipts, dog. But I knew it. You said that. No, it was good until it came to your motherfucking favorite fighter.
Didn't
And
Steven
see,
just get called a lie by Shakur?
why was Steven Espinoza lie about? You say what?
Because that's what he does. He
No,
just
the
said
man
that
ain't
they
gonna
sent
lie because he
Shakur
can be
off.
held for accountability. It's called slander. If he was really lying and lying on
That's not
somebody,
called slander, man.
no.
That's
If
not
you
slander.
lie on somebody, you can be sued for slander. Look it up.
Yeah, that's
That
not
would be
slander.
lying on somebody. That would say that somebody did
No,
something
that's
that they
not.
didn't do. But like I was
That's
saying
not.
first, Devin ducked Tank the first go round. So
Most
then
definitely.
they said that then they said that Tank wouldn't fight a young black fighter like Frank Martin. Everybody was sitting there saying, even BFTV, oh, Frank beats Tank. Frank will beat Tank. All the damn little LDBC people were saying Frank
BF
was going
never
to
said
stop
that,
Tank
man.
and
Stop
all this
lying
shit
on these
right here.
people, man.
Everybody sat there and
BF never
said
said that.
Everybody said that Frank was going to beat Tank Garcia. Everybody said it. And then when
No, you
Frank got in
making
that
shit
ring,
up.
that nigga got shuffled up and laid the fucking bed. After
And we
that
all
fight
knew
right
that.
there, since you ain't gonna stop, I'm gonna talk over you. After that fight right there, then Tank was like, who's next on the list? So he argued and tried to get Lomachenko. Lomachenko was like, you know what? I don't want this type of bag. And it would have been a biggest bag of his whole career put together. Shakur Stevenson was sitting in the background. And he said, yo, Loma. And he was capping. And he got called out for his motherfucking cap. He got called out for his motherfucking cap because Shakur said, Loma, if you don't want to fight him, I'll fight him. And guess what? Loma said, have at it, young nigga. And then Shakur was like, wait a minute. It was the same thing when motherfuckers be like, hold me back. Don't hold me back. Don't hold me back. And then when a nigga let you go, you be like, what you doing? Hold me back. Because see, soon as Tank and them sent them an offer, which they did send because Eddie Hearns admitted to it, Shakur even admitted on live that they sent them an offer, but he said they was only trying to give me a one-fight deal, and Shakur wanted a multi-fight deal with the PBC, and the PBC just wanted to do a one-and-done with him. That's all they wanted his boring ass for was one fight. He didn't want to do it. He wanted to take care of his career, so he went to Eddie Hearns. And yes, it is Eddie Hearns even admitted that Shakur said he's not trying to fight Tank, and Eddie said that's good because we don't need to fight him anyway. So Shakur ducked him. Edwin De Los Santos.
Now that's
Eddie
not what
De
he
Los
said, man. You
Santos
making
ducked him.
stuff up.
El Rayo ducked him. You got all these people that sat there and ducked Tank when he got the reins to himself.
Yeah, right.
They all ducked him, nigga, and it's documented. So then the only person that was every person that was standing up to fight him was Lamont Roach. Only person that was
you
going to fight
making
him was
shit
Lamont
up, man. Y'all always do that for Tank.
Only person that was ready to fight him was
We're
Lamont
going on
Roach.
10 years. 10 years.
It, bro. Okay, and then you even got Keyshawn
Now,
Davis.
can I respond?
Keyshawn Davis talking about you've been tricking the game
Lord.
for too long. So no, Keyshawn Davis admitted.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait, because you long-winded, man, and I don't know.
Breaking in on me. I'm gonna finish what I got to say. Keyshawn Davis even
you don't went from 5 different boxes. Which one you gonna let me rebuke?
Because you kept interrupting me. If you would let me just get through, I would have damn stopped.
Yeah, I ain't interrupting you, man. Come on, man. You done went through 5 different boxes.
Keyshawn Davis even admitted that Tank and them reached out for him. Davis even admitted that Tank Davis reached out to him for a fight. Yes. And guess what? Keyshawn said, yeah, we gonna fight. And then now people like you talk about, oh, it's good if Keyshawn fights Loma. Hold up. He wasn't saying knock Loma, or he wasn't saying Loma was tricking the game. And see, that's what I'm saying. Y'all keep talking about Tank, but y'all don't hold the next fighters to the standard. Now y'all making it okay for Keyshawn to duck Tank when he sat there and called that man out. The man reached out to make a motherfucking goddamn fight, and now he's using that to springboard to go fight Loma or somebody instead of fighting Tank. Motherfuckers need to hold these fighters accountable, nigga.
Wait a minute. Okay. You done?
Yeah, I'm finished.
Damn, you went through so much. Frank, Loma, Keyshawn, Devin, De Los Santos.
That's what Tank had to go through. That's what he just
When do I start?
He ended with Lamont Roach.
Did De Los Santos not say that Tank reached out to them?
Who?
Right. De Los Santos.
Yep.
And then what did they say?
He said he broke his hand.
No, he said they was waiting on the phone call back that they never received.
No, De Los Santos said he broke his hand, bro, because it came out. He said he couldn't fight Tank because they broke his hand.
No. There you go with the excuse. You don't want to tell the truth, man.
Okay,
they
here we
said
go.
the same. Wait, listen. Oh, go ahead.
Did Edwin De Los Santos just come off an injury?
I don't know. What I do know is I heard them say
no. Did Edwin De Los Santos just come off a so-called 6-month injury?
I'm gonna say it again. I don't know.
So okay,
what I do know is this.
So look at his Instagram and everything. He said, "I'm finally healed after 6 months." When he was trying to fight Tank, De Los Santos said that he broke his hand.
But I heard De Los Santos' team say that Tank reached out to him and they was just waiting on the call back. And then they look up and see.
If you go look,
wait a minute.
If you go look, I'm just telling you. If you go look, it will say he broke his hand in sparring.
I heard Bill say that we called. We can't get a hold of Al, but what's the dude's name? That one boxing show where they friends with Bill and them. He said, well, why y'all didn't reach out to Sam? I know y'all got Sam's number. He said, we did reach out to Sam. He said, well, what happened? He said, Sam said they would call us back. He didn't call him back. Shakur said the same. So I got 3 people saying the same thing, that Tank them did initiate a call, but they never received a call back.
Okay, you can go to Mill City Boxing. He did an interview with Shakur.
You just gonna skip over my question?
You said what?
I said all 3 of them said that Tank did reach out to them and then told them they would call him back, but they never received a call back.
That is not what happened right there, Rollo, because they did call Bill and them. No, because it's documented. You sitting here trying to damn motherfuckers twist it. They did reach back out to Bill, and Bill said they're signing with Eddie, and they already have a championship match lined up. And they said maybe after that we can meet at 140. When Tank was trying to fight,
lying on Tank.
You say what?
Everybody's lying on old Tank, huh?
Oh yeah, because guess what? When you ain't got clout, you have to lie to get the clout. And if you go back, me and Fanon both talked to Bill about the shit, and Bill even admitted that Steven Espinosa and them tried to make the fight. That's the funny thing about it. That's why everybody
you talking about the nigga who said he was Hitler's grandson?
Because
you talking about the nigga who said he was Hitler's grandson?
You say what?
You talking about the nigga that said he was Hitler's grandson?
Who the fuck are you talking about?
The nigga who said he was Hitler's grandson. The nigga said they was beefing with P. Diddy since they was little boys.
Who said that, man?
The nigga who keep checking himself into the mental hospital. Hell, you talking about?
All right, bro. We're not gonna do that here, bro. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
I'm just making sure that I'm just making sure we know who we're talking about.
You should just say it for now, bro. You should just say it for now, right there, bro. We're not gonna disrespect them over here, bro.
How's that disrespect?
You talking about mental health, bro? That shit ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about, bro.
I'm just saying. Well, where I'm from, once a nigga take me into the mental hospital, his word ain't no good.
All right, bro. All right, hey, bro. Just don't disrespect man over here, bro. Don't disrespect.
That ain't no disrespect, nigga. That's real.
I mean, but that's not everybody's business. If that's what's happening, that's not everybody's business, bro.
It is if you put it on the internet.
Bruh.
So where I'm from, and you know it. Where you from at? When the nigga go to that pill line, you know his word ain't no good no more.
You know something, Rollo? Me and Fanon are pretty cool, bro. And we not about to do that, bro. See, I understand what's going on now. I understand.
What do you mean what's going on? If a nigga tell you he's Hitler's grandson, how you gonna look at him?
We not about to disrespect other content creators over here. That's what you wanted to do. So instead of them going out what we was talking about, you wanted to sit there and disrespect Fanon and shit like that. We not about to do that, bro. Yep. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was crazy. So instead of motherfucking answering, because you see you was back in the corner. You was back in the damn corner. and then you're gonna bring Fanon up in here. No, we're not about to do that, bro. Yep. See, that's how that's how them Devin fans do right there. That's how they do. Once you back them into the corner and you shut all that bullshit they talking about, then that's when they do shit like that. Like we was having a goddamn conversation, and then you gonna sit there and do some dumb shit like that. Come on, man. Now that's crazy as hell, bro. Yeah, I'm not gonna let you sit here and disrespect Fanon over here, bro. Nope. And then not only did you try to damn motherfucking and not only did you not motherfucking damn try to apologize for it, you try to keep on going about it. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's not cool, bro. We're not gonna do it over here. Hey, Creole, I have to finish looking at them. So as soon as I get off, because I'm gonna get off the show in about 10 minutes, I'm gonna post it on this channel right here. I'm gonna post it for you. I wanna look at the damn pics first and post it. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna look at a Creole and I'm gonna post them in here. And I'm gonna post them before 6:00. But hey, I need one more person to support the grind for the day. Can I get one more person to support the grind for the day? I would greatly appreciate it. And I'm in about 20 minutes, I'm gonna post some basketball pics up on this show. Just checked out the community channel because I'm gonna post them right there. But that was crazy. Like, first off, I already knew it was coming because when he brought Tank, exactly 2 Cent, when he started trying to bring Tank, and then like me and Bill had the conversation on Fanon's show. And I caught Bill in the lie about the Espinosa situation. And he didn't even know that De Los Santos just came off an injury because he was trying to fight. Like, dude, that shit crazy as hell. But motherfuckers start windmilling. And shit. And that's what the fuck happened. He started fucking windmilling. And, you know, that's what happened. When a motherfucker can't beat you, then they got to do any type of crazy shit. And that's what happened. That's exactly what fucking happened. But see, I knew it. Like I told him earlier, I knew he was coming, so I baked him a motherfucking cake. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and I apologize to Martin. If Martin watching everything, I apologize to you, brother. Like, matter of fact, like after this show in a little bit, I'll go ahead and take this one down before the day over with. Because I'm gonna try to cut that scene out because that shit didn't have nothing to do about it. So if you go from hating on Tank to motherfucking, you know, like that shit crazy as hell. Like the vibe gone from that shit, but it's all good. But certain people I can't let back on there no more. Like, that shit was crazy. Like, that shit was crazy as hell. But I'm gonna put them pics up in a minute. So shout out to everybody that came through. Shout out to everybody that came through. Peace and bless to all y'all, man. And I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow.